some noise for your amazing host.
Hey everyone, welcome to Sandals Church Kids. Here at Sandals Church, we are all about the vision of being real with ourselves, God, and others. My name is Avery.
And my name is Joelle, and we're so excited you're here to hang with us today for this series called Unearthed.
Unearthed is a series about the story of the Israelites leaving from a place called Egypt.
During this 6-week series, we will go through the book of Exodus as we talk about God's plan for the Israelites.
A man named Moses who started as a baby in a basket.
And a stubborn Pharaoh who keeps the Israelites captive.
Then some crazy stuff leads them to freedom.
You're going to see that God is full of wild mystery, but is also someone you can deeply know as he reveals who he is.
And when you know who God is, you know who you are.
During our time together today, we're going to watch some fun videos, worship together, hear a Bible story, and even hear stories from real people, some that you might even know. So go ahead and print your Get Real guide from the download button below this video at sandalskids.tv. That way you can follow along with our Bible story and find activities to help you live out the vision of being real throughout the week.
Let's get started.
Coming up.
Do you guys like funny stuff? Well, I'm going to towel you a joke. Check it out on Unearthed.
So today we're talking about Moses and the inspired bonfire from our story in Exodus 3 and 4. We'll see how Moses' relationship with God begins in a very startling way and pushes him outside of his comfort zone.
But before we hear our story, it's time for one of our favorite segments, pre-show.
All right, everybody, you know what time it is. It's game time, which means I need you guys up on your feet because we're playing a game called Name 3. Now, how this game works is that we're going to give you 10 seconds to name 3 of whatever we say. So if we say rides at Disneyland, you have 10 seconds to name 3 rides at Disneyland. All right, here we go. 10 seconds. I need you guys to name 3 types of dogs. You can ask a friend. All right, and your next category is 3 amusement park rides. Think Knott's Berry Farm, think Disneyland, think Universal Studios. Name 3 different rides, and hopefully you got it. Okay, your next one is 3 TV shows. This should be easy. Here, I'll give you one right now. SpongeBob, you only need 2 more. 2 more TV shows. And time. Okay, you have 10 seconds to name 3 types of clothing. Look at me. What am I wearing? Socks. That's one. And time. Hopefully you got it. All right, this next one's fun. I need you guys to name 3 types of dinosaurs. Talking Jurassic Park right here. Cretaceous. What are the other times? Jurassic, Cretaceous.
Meteorite.
I don't know.
Titus.
And time.
Time out.
Hopefully you said T-Rex. That should have been pretty easy. All right. I want you guys to name 3 things that you can find in the fridge. And go. 10 seconds. Open up your fridge. If you have to run to it, you can. Okay. Leftovers. That's one thing. 2, 1. Did you get it? Okay. I want you guys to name 3 things you can eat with a spoon. And go. I mean, you could technically eat like anything with a spoon.
Technically, yeah.
But I'm thinking ice cream. Hopefully you said ice cream. Okay.
Cereal.
That's it. I need 3 things you can find in a couch cushion.
Ooh.
All right. Pull it in. Hopefully it's not your brother or sister, but you're probably going to find some lint. Can you name 2 other things at least? 3, 2, 1. Good job. Okay, we only have a couple more. Hopefully you guys are tracking with us. Can you guys name 3 types of trees? Look outside. Think about it. Think about what your teacher has taught you. What are 3 types of trees? The ones with apples. I know that's one of them. And time. Okay, good job, everybody. This next one's fun. You should know this. Name 3 types of fish. Okay, 10 seconds. 3 types of fish. I don't eat a lot of fish, but I know a lot of fish. I'm friends with one fish named Sergeant Murphy. That's my fish. But that's not a type. He's not a type of fish. And time. Sorry about that. Okay. Can you guys name 3 different languages? And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 11, 12. No, that's wrong. 14. 3, 2, 1. Did you get it? 3 languages: Spanish, English, French, Russian, German.
Pig Latin.
Pig Latin. That's a good one. All right, from our editor Tegan. Okay, last one. Hopefully you guys have gotten a bunch of these right. Okay, this one might be a little challenging. Can you name 3 animals with horns? And go. It's very quiet in here. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Did you say moose? Did any of you say reindeer? Did any of you say warthog? Do warthogs have horns?
Do they have antlers? Horns?
Are horns different than antlers?
Horns is like a rhino?
We'll look that. Oh, rhino. Did anybody say rhino? You could have said a T-Rex again,
It's
right?
true.
Wait, no. No, a triceratops. Triceratops says. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you guys so much for playing Name 3. We'll see you guys next time.
All right, friends, it is now time to sing some songs together in a time of worship.
This is a great opportunity for you to really think about God and who God says He is and who He says you are.
Now's a chance for you to get real with yourself and with God. Think about everything you did this week, even the parts that might not have been so great. Ask God to take away any distractions while you worship.
Now, there's no right or wrong way to worship. You're welcome to stand up, to dance around, or to kneel down and listen. How you want to worship God is up to you. Now, let's worship together.
God, you are richer than a billionaire. You own the universe and everywhere. You own the great wide oceans. You own the tallest mountains. You made the fish in the sea. You made the birds in the trees. You own the cattle on 1,000 hills and still take care of me. My God is more than rich. My God is full of grace and mercy. My God owns everything, and He still cares for me. The creator of the universe, and He is right here with me. He is right here with me. He is right here with me. Yeah, He is right here. God, you are richer than a billionaire. You own the universe and everywhere. You own the great wide oceans. You own the tallest mountains. You made the fish in the sea. You made the birds in the trees. You own the cattle on 1,000 hills and still take care of me. My God is more than rich. My God is full of grace and mercy. My God owns everything, and He still cares for me. The creator of the universe, and He is right here with me. He is right here with me. He is right here with me. Yeah, He is right here. He loves me. His love is so rich, it's never ending. Yeah, His love is so rich. My God is more than rich. My God is full of grace and mercy. Oh, my God owns everything, and He still cares for me. And He is right here with me. My God is more than rich. My God is full of grace and mercy. Oh. is right here with, he is right here with me. You're right here with me. Yeah, he is right here with me. In this life there are many things, like big houses and diamond rings, but nothing compares to you. Like my phone and my video games, I like them both, but they're not the same, 'cause nothing compares to you. And nothing replaces you. Are there any gods like you, God? No, no, no. There are no gods like you, God. No, no, no. You are wonderfully holy and amazingly powerful. And you do great miracles. Are there any gods like you, God? No, no, no. There are no gods like you, God. No, no, no. You are wonderfully holy and amazingly powerful. And you do great miracles. No other God can split the sea. No other God gets capital G. Other gods are made of sticks and stones, but you're the only God that's on the throne. You're the only God who gave life to me, and the only one who died for me. Nothing compares to you. Nothing compares to you. Are there any gods like you, God? No, no, no. There are no gods like you, God. No, no, no. You are wonderfully holy and amazingly powerful. And you do great miracles. Are there any gods like you, God? No, no, no. There are no gods like you, God. No, no, no. You are wonderfully holy and amazingly powerful. Yeah, there are no gods beside you. There are no gods beside you. There are no gods beside you. Nothing compares to you. Are there any gods like you, God? No, no, no. There are no gods like you, God. No, no, no. You are wonderfully holy and amazingly powerful. So powerful. And you do great miracles. Are there any gods like you, God? No, no, no. There are no gods like you, God. No, no, no. You are wonderfully holy and amazingly powerful. And you do great miracles.
Alright, friends, now for the moment we've all been waiting for, our Bible story.
Welcome to our series called Unearthed, where we're digging up the truth about who God is. We're calling this series Unearthed because just like archaeologists discover mysterious clues that show us who ancient people were and what they were like, we can discover clues about who God is and what He is like through the ancient stories in the Bible.
And the best part is, we don't even have to look very far, because God chooses to reveal or show Himself to us in many different ways. This week, keep your eyes open for a hidden blue bottle in our video, as we talk about how God tells us who He is, so we can know who God says we are.
So let's dig in 3, 2, 1.
Imagine you were riding your bike in your neighborhood on a beautiful, clear day.
And all of a sudden, a giant lightning bolt came out of nowhere and made a huge flash right in front of you.
You blinked, and and you blinked again. But somehow, the lightning bolt hadn't disappeared like normal. It was still there, hovering right in front of you.
Now, what would you think? Would you go and take a closer look?
What would happen if all of a sudden a voice called out your name from the lightning bolt? Would you answer?
Did you know that something similar happened in the Bible to a guy named Moses? Let's check it out. We left off in our story with baby Moses being saved from the river by the king of Egypt's daughter. Now, Moses had grown up and he had gotten into big trouble, so he had to run away from Egypt.
So he became a shepherd, or someone who takes care of sheep. One day, Moses was herding his sheep near the mountain of God, and he saw something impossible.
It was a bush on fire, but somehow not burning up.
The Bible tells us that the angel of the Lord was in the burning bush, but Moses didn't know that yet.
When Moses went to take a closer look, God called out to him from the bush.
Then God told Moses who he was. God said he was the same God of Moses' ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember them? Then God told Moses that he saw what was happening to the Israelites and that he would use Moses to rescue them from Egypt.
Moses was shocked. He told God he was nobody and that he wasn't good enough to lead the Israelites. But that did not stop God. He told Moses that he would be with him. So Moses asked God, "Who do I say sent me?"
Then God did something he had never done before. God told Moses his full name. He said to say that God's name is I am who I am, and that the I am had sent him.
Time out. What's up with God's name? What does I am who I am even mean? It seems pretty confusing at first, but God is far beyond what our human brains can understand. We can know things about God through creation, what is written in the Bible, and what Jesus is like, but we can never fully know everything about God. He's just too amazing and too mysterious. His name, I am who I am, shows this. We can think about it this way. It means that God is the one who was, and is, and will always be. God existed before anything else and will continue to exist forever. He just is. He's too incredible to have a name like humans do, so he just tells us he is who he is. Whoa. And we see this name that God gave himself all over the Bible. In our English Bible is translated Lord with all capitals. This stands for the name I am who I am, or Yahweh. That's pretty cool. Okay, time in.
But even after God told and showed Moses who he was, Moses still made excuses. He told God, "God, I'm not a good enough speaker to talk to the Israelites. You have the wrong guy."
So God asked Moses a question. He said, "Moses, who made your mouth? And who gave you the ability to talk in the first place?" Obviously it was God, but still Moses asked him, "God, will you please send someone else?"
What was Moses doing arguing with God? I don't know if you've ever argued with your parents before, but imagine saying no to God. But God told him he would send Moses' brother Aaron to help him, and that together they would be able to do miracles with God's power that would show the people proof of who sent them.
That's an incredible story. One of the most amazing parts is that God chose to reveal his identity and his character, or who he is, to Moses. He told Moses exactly who he was and showed him all sorts of things about himself, like that he has existed forever, that he is the creator of everything, that he is faithful to the promises he made, and that he cares about and wants to save his people.
God tells us the same thing and a lot more about who he is in the Bible. We don't have to guess or try to figure out who he is. He has decided to show us because he loves us and wants us to know and have a friendship with him.
That's why the one thing to remember is that God tells us who he is.
Sometimes figuring out who we are is like this paper towel. Lots of people don't really know who they are, like really deep down. They might know some things about themselves, like they are good at math, or they like soccer, or their favorite color is green, or they might listen to what other people tell them about themselves, even things that really hurt their feelings. But none of these things really tell anyone who they truly are. So we are left with the question, who am I? The truth is, there's only one way to know who we really are, to know who God says we are. God tells us who we are because of who He is. We are made in God's image or to be a picture of who He is. That's why we can't really know anything about ourselves if we don't know who God is first. But when God reveals Himself to us through the Bible or what He does in our lives, then we learn about ourselves too. It reminds me of what happened in our story. When Moses told God he wasn't good enough to lead and speak for the Israelites, God reminded him who God was. God was the creator and Moses was the creation. God was the one in charge and Moses just had to listen and obey. It's the same with us. That's why we can know who God says we are.
Hi, my name's Ashley, and I want to tell you about a time I learned that I am who God says I am. Growing up, I never really believed in myself. I would say things like, I'm not good enough, or I'm not a good basketball player, or I was really bad at math. Maybe I just wasn't smart enough. I didn't realize the way I was speaking to myself was a complete opposite of what God says about me and who God says that I am. That made me feel really sad, and I really wanted to change how I viewed myself. One day, I just felt like I had to write some things down and see how I was speaking to myself. So I wrote things down throughout the day, and at the end of the day, I realized those were not nice things, and I would never say that to somebody I loved. I was believing a lot of lies, and once I realized that, I tried to turn the lies that were in my head into truths from the Bible and who God really says I am. God says that I am handpicked by Him. I am created with a purpose. I am beautiful. I am loved. I am enough. I am important. I am forgiven, and I am His child, and so much more. And when I hear those truths, it makes me feel so loved and so important to God and so valued. And that makes me so happy. And when I hear that, that brings so much comfort to me, because I once felt like I was not important, and God's word reminded me that I am, and I'm so important to Him. And just like when I needed to remind myself of who God says that I am, you guys can know who God says you are too.
Let's take a quick look at our verse for this series in Exodus 15:11. It says, "Are there any gods like you, Lord? No, there are no gods like you. You are wonderfully holy. You are amazingly powerful. You do great miracles."
We hope you learned something new, and remember the one thing. The one thing for today is God tells me who He is.
And what can you do about that? You can know who God says you are.
Now, these are great things to think about this week and even talk to your friends and family about. We even put them down on those Get Real guides we mentioned on the download button below this video, so you can remember all of these great points.
And parents, there's a Get Real guide for you too. This guide helps start conversation about this weekend's message, as well as some fun next steps for you to do together as a family.
Definitely. But before we end, we're going into one more song of worship. So go ahead, get up, and let's sing together.
In the darkness, you are righteous. Jesus, you are the rightful King. Never changing, never failing. You've never given up on me. You will take the throne forever. All will bow and say, we will worship you forever young, forever free. So lift up a word, raise up a shout. For the God I love deserves His praises loud. righteous. Jesus, you are the rightful king. Never changing, never failing. You've never given up on me. You'll take the throne forever. All will bow and say, we will worship you forever young, forever free. So lift up a word, raise up a shout. For the God I love deserves his praises loud. So I will praise his name, praise his holy name, praise his name. Oh, every heart, every tongue confess the glories of his righteousness and praise his name. Oh, we might seem small singing in this room, but we aren't alone. No, we join in a choir of believers, billions strong. We sing praise his name, praise his holy name, praise his name. Whoa. Every heart, every tongue confess the glories of his righteousness and praise his name. Praise his name. Praise his holy name. Praise his name. Glory, 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 oh, glory, hallelujah.
Hey everybody, it's time for us to take a look at our mail. Now today we're gonna be opening letters from Blakely, Caden, Grayson, Cade, and Evan in one of our favorite segments called Mail Time. All right, so our first letter is from Blakely, and Blakely is 6 years old, and she did a fantastic illustration of Jesus. That is so awesome. I really like the colors that you did for his robe. So good, Blakely. You are a fantastic artist, and I love that you sent this picture our way.
Okay, so this one comes from Caden, which Caden, awesome job, by the way, on this cursive. That is really good.
I didn't know that they still taught people cursive. This is like adult writing right here. So good.
Okay, so Caden actually put some clues in his letter because we are supposed to guess which mystery animal he drew. So here are the clues. You guys guessed
It's
two.
a turducken. That's my first guess.
Number one, this mystery animal lives in the ocean.
It's not a turducken.
Number two, this mystery animal can be anywhere from 5 to 60 feet long.
That's how much I was when I was born.
And number three, this animal weighs from 100 pounds to 45 tons.
Same. Okay.
So it's Mr. Coyote
I want you guys
swimming.
to guess what you think it is. My guess is that it is a sea serpent.
Ooh, I
What do you
like
think?
it. The world's largest starfish.
The world's largest
Just
starfish.
like the heaviest star.
I thought you were gonna go with like a whale or something, like something more
that
obvious.
probably would have been a better
Okay,
guess.
you guys have your guess? It is, oh my
Yes.
goodness.
Shark,
It
shark,
is a shark. This is so good. Wow.
There's like shading and everything.
What is happening?
I'm impressed.
You are like a fantastic writer, and your artwork is so good.
Really good.
Thank you for sending us this our way, man. I'm excited to display that shark. Okay, so our next letters are from Grayson, Cade, and Evan. Now, this is so cool. Grayson is 5 years old, and she made this panda for us. I love this. It could
So
be like
good.
a bookmarker, because you could like clip it onto the page that you're on. It could be like a panda earring.
It could.
It could be that. It could be so many things. And then Cade sent us some drawings of some Pokemon. I see a Pika Pika right here, and this is so fun. This one says, Munch Munch. Love your drawing. Man, we've been getting a lot of drawings today.
So good, so good. Okay, so this one comes from Evan.
Okay, I need to stop you right here because we have another place that we're gonna add to our map. So
You're right.
we've been adding people to the map all around the world. The people are sending us mail. Where is this one from?
So Evan is writing to us from the state of Oklahoma.
That's a first. Evan, you are the first Oklahoman to send us a letter.
Okay, so Evan drew us a picture of a swan, and he also drew us a picture of Louis Letter, and he has a drawing challenge for you, Mr. Coyote.
Okay, what is it?
Here's what Evan asks. Can you draw, very specific, can you draw a lion juggling a swan?
Where did you come up with this? Yes, absolutely. Let's draw a lion juggling a swan. All right, Evan, that was my best attempt, and I have a challenge for you too. Okay, my challenge is for you to draw a frog jumping over a dog who's standing on a log. And I have a challenge for the rest of you. So we got a letter from Oklahoma today. My challenge is for someone who's watching from India to send us a letter. So if you're watching from India, it is your turn because we haven't had one from India yet, so you will be the very first.
That's right. And if you're wondering, hey, how do I send you guys mail? Well, there's two ways to do that. The first way to do it is by sending us an email, and that's mail@sandalskids.com. Or you can write us a letter, send it through the mailbox, Sandals Church Kids, 150 Palmerita Avenue, Riverside, California, 92507. And you know when we get your mail, we will send you something back, and we've got some really awesome Mail Time exclusive stickers just for you. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. We love hearing from you, and we'll see you next time.
You guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us today.
And one last thing before we go. If you want to keep hanging out with us, you can check out sandalskids.tv or visit us on YouTube to take a closer look at our library of videos, music, and more. There's so much content on there for you and your family to watch over and over again.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram @SandalsKids. Thanks again, everyone, and we'll see you next week.